how to make perfect popcorn at home every time. So it has a lot to do with the pot you're using. So as you can see, this one, very thick bottom and the same thickness walls. If it's like super thin, for example, in this pot, the walls are much thinner, and so they don't retain heat as good as this one. And it's important to have like as much metal on the pot as possible, so it absorbs all the heat and then basically radiates it back to the corns. And lid as well. So what you do is very important. You preheat it. So my stove goes up to 9. I'll do like 5.5 and leave it for 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes, and cover with a lid. So all of this has to be warm, like borderline warm / hot, before you start doing anything. So leave it for 5 minutes. In the meantime, while it's heating up, prepare your honey. I like to do it this way, a few spoons. It's for after it's ready. Basically, we're gonna season it with honey. Maybe 2 spoons is enough. For half cup of the kernels, 2 spoons is plenty. And I'll show you the trick what to do with this honey, so it's like easy to spread out. It's been about 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. It's hot, but not like, you know, burning hot. Just cannot hold my fingers. Everything's super warm and hot. Even the lid, it's important, the lid too. So what you do now is just add some oil. Any oil will do. So you start with a little bit of oil. It's plenty. It's all covered. Change the heat to, it wasn't like 5.5, 6.5 out of 9. Add butter, if you like butter. Butter is purely for taste. Let it melt. Yeah, you want to keep everything warm. It's important, so it radiates the heat back into the kernels efficiently. Alright, everything melted. Getting hot. Now throw your kernels as much as you can eat. This is half cup, a little bit more. Just give it a little shake, so it's all mixed with oil and butter, and leave it. Yeah, that's it. Close it and don't touch it. I'll start a timer so you can just get an idea how long it's gonna take. And yeah, be patient. As you can see, it's not super high heat. It's only 6.5 out of 9. I used to make it like I was trying 9. I was trying different pots, and every time it would be like 50-50 chance of popping all kernels. And while it's warming up and start popping, so what you do with honey is you put it in the microwave. You don't want to boil it because it becomes toxic when it's too hot, but you want to make it warm so it's liquid. And to make this much warm, maybe 20-30 seconds at most, probably 20 seconds is plenty. And best to do it in 10 seconds increments. So you see it's 1.5 minutes, nothing happens. The lid is closed. Alright, it started. So it took almost 2 minutes before it starts popping. You see the first few popped. You can open the lid a little bit so the moisture escapes. When it starts popping, you can now heat up the honey. Yeah, don't boil it, just warm. 10 seconds increments and just see if it's liquid. You see it becomes more. 10 seconds more. And in the meantime, magic happens. Yeah, and don't touch the pot. Don't try to shake it, nothing at this point. Alright, so you see honey is liquid but not boiling. So don't make it boiling hot. You're gonna make it toxic. Leave it on the side. At this point, when it's like almost no pops, then you can shake it a little bit. So close the lid, shake it a little bit, and wait for a little bit more. Make sure it will pop. Alright, it's enough, so you can turn off the heat. Heat is off. Take your honey. So we can stop the timer. It took 5 minutes. And yeah, start doing this. Get all the honey out. Use your common sense, don't burn your hands, and mix it. If you can see at the bottom, there is almost zero unpopped kernels. They all perfectly popped. And every time this works. It's like before it would be, I don't know, 20%, sometimes 30% unpopped, and the size would be different. So once you did this, with your hand, close it and give it a nice shake. Alright, now it's ready to serve. Perfect. Enjoy.